Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting tutorial. I am Gomati Sivasankar and we are in class 8 of the Dhana Lakshmi painting, one of the 8 Lakshmi avatars that are known for all the positive propensities of life, and Dhana refers to wealth, treasure, abundance, and Dhana Lakshmi is what we are working on. We are done with layers 1, 2 and 3 and we are nearly there, finish line, touching the finish line possibly by the end of this lesson for layer 4. And layer 4 is a lot into depth and detailing, isn't it? We have seen that it's taking a lot of time, and one is connected to the other, so there's a lot going on. We are still working on the last, but not the least, because it's a very important section of the painting, with this the jewellery. Once we are done with the jewellery, we'll know how the things are going, and then we will be able to fix the background. Once we are done with the background, we come back to working on what we did in the previous lesson, that is the coins that are to fall from all these pots of gold coins. Yes, so we'll have to work on that. That's a lot to go over, isn't it? So let's do that. Kick starting with the jewellery. For the jewellery, you will find that I have attached in the description a Word document, and that Word document has a lot of jewellery references. This is an Indian girl, and I have introduced also the Indian jewellery patterns, a couple of bridal girls with all the jewellery for you to look at, but you'll also find jewelry from other countries, other backgrounds. It's because that this is one of the 8 paintings that I am working on, and I chose 8 different girl images from 8 different countries, and that's why I did the research work and so on. I thought of sharing everything with you so that you can choose. In this particular lesson, I would suggest that you take a look at what I am doing right now. Take a look at this, and then you can wait and watch and adapt your own ideas, change some things. And the pictures, the references I have added, it's not my own ideas, it's all references picked from when I Google searched ancient history and jewelry and so on. So I have found really interesting historical pieces, and also latest trending designs that I have used from all the jewelry companies. Thanks to all the jewelry companies, and also Etsy and Shutterstock and similar photo image websites, I could find some good references to pick up. One other key thing that I would mention about the references, especially the Indian jewelry references, I have chosen some bridal images, meaning girls of marriable age. So they are elder women, and those pieces are really jewelry pieces. Most of them are really fitting that of a woman, not a little girl. So we'll have to adapt things also. Keep that in mind while working on any of the designs that you are choosing. Another thumb rule for jewelry designing is that do not get overwhelmed by the idea of using some of the images and go crazy about creating the jewelry in the way that the jewelry looks so impressive that the concept dies. So the jewelry should complement your concept and idea. Keep that in mind. All these thumb rules said and done, let's get started with the work. The image that you have in the Indian jewelry range, you see a set of bridal designs that I have put in. If I have to explain things to you, there are 2 patterns that resonate. I'm an Indian woman, so the two patterns that resonate in me all the time when I look at an Indian design, because that's also something that I have as my own jewelry back home. My grandmothers and my mothers that I have seen all the time, they have this pattern. One pattern is always a mango shape, and another is, we call it annam. Annam is a swan. So the and the dollars and all the neck pieces, the head pieces look like a swan. That is also thing. Peacock. I think here there is a peacock in the second image, in the center place and such. So these are some things that resonate in me also as an Indian. So I will keep that in mind, and I will see how I can build that in the jewelry. Another thing is that the umbrella type thing that we wear, we call it jimki in the ear, and that's something that resonates in me as an Indian. So I'll keep that for her earring as well. As regards the crown, I want to use the space of the crown as little as possible, so that there is some negative space in between the pot of gold that is falling on her head and her head itself. So I've thought of that. So this triangle will be shorter, smaller, possibly. That's what I have in mind. Keeping all that in mind, the colors that I will use, I will stick to yellow ochre and permanent yellow for the gold jewelry. And I will, that's what we did for the gold already in our in the gold pot, gold coin and such. We will just continue doing that. And in case I need for some designs or patterns just to help me in the process, I will use titanium white. That's what I see overall. Brushes, definitely micro brushes, zero brushes. That's it. I think we are ready. I'm taking a bit of permanent yellow. I have yellow ochre with me already, and let's get started with the mixing of the colors and have this ready for all ready. To lighten it up, yes, I will take a little bit of white if I need. That's enough. This color is ready. Need titanium white to draw those patterns that I was talking about as well. I'm going to get started with the umbrella shape of the earring. So I'm creating the umbrella shape here. So if there is an umbrella shape, what comes is that there is a circular piece that is sticking to the ear as such, and it follows the umbrella shape. And if that's the shape, the detailing goes with I think you can see also in the picture that it's got some white pearl drops attached to the umbrella, and I will do that also in the center with the tip of my micro brush. So I'm using the tip of my micro brush to do all this. Yes. So I've done that. Trying to lighten up the umbrella a little bit with white. So there you go, we are done with the one jewelry piece. The next is that neck piece. Okay, I will look at I think the mango shapes were really attractive to me. I will go for those mango shapes. I need to use my I'm using my brush number, the micro brush for the first mango shape in the center, and I want, because it's not visible with all the colors and strong images, I'm going to do that in white to show you the traces of where it is appearing, and then of course, you know, I'll leave it like that. In the next layer we can work on the details. I'm going to do the white shade of the mango shape so you could see what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do the white shade of the mango shapes, going around like this. Then it is easier for you to see as well what I'm doing. And unlike other sessions, I requested that you try to watch this video first, and then you can decide if you really want to do the similar designs or you know, take up another challenge or something. Yeah. So this shape is visible better because of the white, and I'm wiping off the brush because the blue, there's strong colors. We have used strong colors in this. I have done it. Really, I'm thinking if it is too strong or what, I will let it sit. Like I said, I always let it sit after one layer. Sometimes all put together it looks fine, all put together it doesn't look fine. So that's why I need to see the end of a layer, then I will be able to take a decision. So there we go with mango shapes there. Making those shapes smaller as we go up the curve. Good. When the shapes are clearly done, it's easier to fill them in. Last piece done, and the long chain, I do not want it to have so many difficult designs, but I want to have a thin what do you call, we call it it's called Kasumalai. Kasumalai refers to coin chain, and that is not shown in the in this set of images. I'm just going to create it like coins, one connecting to the other. Uh, in a way, you know, she's got too many coins around her, so it could be falling on her like this also. So I'm just going to create those coin circles. And to show you the design pattern first, white will help. And I don't mind doing this. So it's like semicircles going around. It will start making sense from now on because I already started painting them, so it isn't clear there. So I'm just creating semicircles like these and attaching one to the other like this. Yeah. Okay, better. That's a very easily found design pattern you can find. I have one. I think my mom has one. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to just fill that in with the yellow ochre and permanent yellow shade. It is blending in with the blue. That is fine. I'm not worried about it. As long as we are able to do the design fine, we are fine. We can enhance things further in the upcoming layer. I want the swan design on her head. I don't think I found the exact swan design that I was looking for in when I was searching, but I remember it from my mom's jewellery. So I'm going to draw it from my own memory. I take a little bit of titanium white and I have mixed a slight bit of this yellow ochre to pull it down from being totally white and totally off. So I'm doing what is essentially the base of the swan. It looks like I'm drawing a heart symbol, but that's exactly the start of it. Yeah. So I draw the heart symbol, and from then on I make this go down like a S, like this. My mom's jewellery had it had diamond, yeah, I think it had stones, it had diamonds, so it had 1, 2 and 3 rows inside here, that is the base, forming the base of the swan where the stones were. I'm trying to remember because I'm living far off from the from my own country, so I do not have access to it right away. Okay, so now the head of the swan comes up, the neck of the swan, and also the base here. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Having to fill this space one more time because this cloth isn't, it's taking a lot of the color. So the swan is forming the base, and then I would like to, if the swan is forming the base, then I would like to create some leaf kind of a structure around to make this come out like a crown. Here, and then let's do another ring going up. So this is all something I'm doing out of my own imagination. Inverse of that heart. Sort of making it a triangle here. And then building in, if we want the swan to appear very clearly, I want other things to be slightly mellowed down. So I'm just going to mark this as the end of the tiara. And we all like some triangular structures to form on the, like small mangoes here, to form on the top of the tiara. Then we can knock off the rest of the portion. So that is the main. So that jewelry is done. And what else? We need to work on her bangles and the belt. Let's look at what kind of patterns can we pick up from. Okay, there are some circular designs that you have in her in this peacock thing. I like the peacock. We haven't done the peacock. Let's do the peacock. So there is a peacock head like this. another peacock head goes like that. The peacock neck is driving down. That's the way it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, the peacock neck comes down like this and goes right up like that. And the peacock's body starts from here nicely up there. Oh wow, isn't that nice? So we have peacock, we have mangoes, we have swan, we have the umbrella. I think I like what I have done here. Basically because I am an Indian, I think. Yeah, it's basically because I'm able to attach myself to all these designs. So let this go around like that, and let's this will not see because we have the okay, so we have managed to do that now, and what is remaining is the I think I'll have pearls for my armband, and I will have a double pearl set. I'm taking white and doing dots on the gold sections, and I'm just doing another set of dots here, so it's like a double layered one. Cool. Doing the same thing on the other side as well. Nearly there with the bangles. Actually finishing on the jewellery, and then we'll work on the background and then back to the gold coins. Wow, okay, it looks like it never gets done, It's a lot. But we do come to the finish. When we get there, we'll get there. So now we know the area that is to be redone, which is the background. Yeah, I'm going to move this slightly this way. Yes, it's easier then. With the background, I'm going to stick to using a very light crimson mixed with white. So I'm going to take clean brush 0 or 1 0. Yes, I have a brush number 0, wiped off clean, and I would like to have a lighter tonality of almost to the close to the white, that is knocking off all this dark shades and giving a balance out there, so not too dark at all. So I'm taking titanium white a little bit more, and then adding bit of crimson. Okay, let's do this. Crimson, here we go, and we mix this with white, lighten it up so much as we can. Yes, it's good. It is good. It's good. Okay, hello. I show the shade that I'm making. I want to lighten it up one bit more. Taking a little bit more of white, adding it, lightening it up. I think this is looking good. This is light enough, almost close to white, but it is pink. You can see here. And that works well in this space. We can hide. It can hide this extra mess up that we have done here. That works well. That was the intention of this color and it is working well. So now I'm ready to work with this color to fill in this section of background. Now I know that my background is crucial. I've added a bit more of oil in this to mellow it down a little bit and make it fluid also. When I come near all these small little shapes, I do not want to spoil them, so I will use a micro brush to go near them. But before that, I want to look at the base of the design that we have made. I think I need to adjust this. Where exactly is the circle going to fall? This is looking nice. This is looking nice. This is where it goes. This is where it messes up a bit here. So I'm going to do that. Correct that here. This is where the shape goes wrong in my earlier attempt. Okay, now the shape will fall into place overall. So I've marked the shapes that I need to do, and then there's a lot of contouring going on in this. So let's get to that. Where is my micro brush lifesaver? Right here. Bringing in the lifesaver, checking what color I have on it is good. Going for the contours, I start with the crown first. I'm not going to go for the mid of the crown. I'm just going to do the edges of the crown. That's it. Okay, the shape now, really brings down the size of her crown. We needed that space between that coins that are going to fall on her and her head. Let's do the contours quickly, going around. By now we should be experts, pro with contouring and going around. We have done this before also, isn't it? But this time we need to be extra careful. This is going to be almost the final background. We don't want any more backgrounds. We should just work on the nuances and finish the painting in our next layer. The nuances themselves will have a lot to focus on, isn't it? So let's knock off the background today. Getting it out of the way. a small little space in between her hips and hands. We need to fill that in. I have just filled it in on both sides. Moving back to the contours. And back, we are not done with the contours there. We are still working on the contour of the pots also. Remember that. Contour of the pots, contour of the gold. We will come back and make the gold slightly bigger, don't worry, but for now just do the contours so that we don't end up messing up this section. So all the contours about this side seems to be done. I'm moving on to contouring the other side. Right, coming back to contouring her hair. The hands, the little lotus flower here. Coming down through her hands here. I think her face looks brighter because now we have knocked off that huge crown. Yes. Back to the pots. Right. I think I'm done contouring, ready for a slightly bigger brush, meaning a zero brush from a micro brush. That's a growth. Okay, let's get on with the work. I'm going to fill in really quick in all the spaces, being careful with the contours that I have built and blending them in also as I go along, and remembering that the angle has to be to show the circular uh, element of the halo. That fits in fine. Okay. It's mildly showing in the camera. I can see that the colors that we had previously and this color that I'm doing are really close to each other, so it's hard to see, but when you have the finish line, you will see that it is much more cleaner and much more in sync. This section, nearly getting there with the side. Moving this to slightly this angle, so it's helping me focus on this side now. Let's do this section. Nearly there. Then we can focus on, there's one more pink background that we need to fix, but it isn't this pink. It's from the magenta that we had used for the other background, and I'm going to show you where it is. At least, when I corrected the lotus flower in the last session, I saw that there is some section which is to be fixed as well. Okay, this is now looking clean. I need to adjust the circles a bit more here to match the angle. So I keep looking at this C. Nearly there, nearly there. Okay, now the angle fits in. So the section that is to be adjusted is in here. The lotus, remember the section I have missed. So I'm going to take the same magenta that we used in the beginning when we did the and we did the background. Yes, we used this. So I'm going to use a little bit of that, not too much, and mix it with the white. To get to the color that is close to where, oh yeah, okay, one dip closer. Yes, right there, yes. So let's correct this. Here as well. Where else? Here. Fixed on this side. Fixed. Let's move on to working on the gold finally. So where is the gold falling? Everywhere, huh? Where is the gold falling? Let's do the gold on the coming from the pots. Gold coming from the pots. I'm going to take burnt umber in my micro brush and start making some circles falling off. And I will just go over even in the places where it is pink, because yeah, I wanted to grow like it is slightly bigger, yeah. And then we can fill it with the yellow ochre. Oh, lot of coins falling off. Who wants to pick this? Okay. 5 more to go, so you can begin to see that it's slightly visible there, thin circles that I've made. And okay, I think I've managed to draw those circles, and now it's time to fill the circles with gold color. Let's do that. In the portions where there is already pink, it's going to take in the color. Slowly, steadily, it will take in the color, so just give it a go. As we did use titanium white and a very light crimson, so it's not going to damage the idea in any way. We are taking shades from that burnt umber that we made circles of. So that's also giving some shadow and such naturally. But we'll work on the shadowing one more time in our next session also, if we have to, as in layer 5 also. Cool. That was nice. Now we have one more pot, the bigger pot of gold that is falling directly. Yes. Let's take a look at the picture. How is it? How big is this fall? We missed something on the hood. Yes. There is gold falling from her hands. One of the hands, and gold falling from the pot. Two angles. Keep that in mind. Let's play with this now. I knew it. That's why I wanted to go back to the picture. That there is something big coming up here. Yes. How far are we doing with the time today? Oh, yes, again, yep. Well, we'll get there, we'll get there. We are nearly there. So I'm just going to make those circles go while it will mix with the crimson. We know that. Just make those circles first, Base is that we are creating an angle coming out of this spot, and wipe off the brush whenever you need to, which will be frequent, especially if you have done the same thing that I have done, adding a crimson belt or thick crimson layer to the it's falling down. I'm just giving the angle first, and then we'll add coins later. That's where it's falling. So that's angle number 1. And the other angle starts right from the middle of her hand that is blessing us. And then it falls down, down and down. In this way. Oh wow. I'm just giving that angle. Then we'll try to build further on this. This is going to be an overloaded plate because this is full of treasure. Okay. Those are the 2 angles of money falling down. So I'm adding a little bit of white because it's really hardly visible even for my eyes, and I would expect the same for you. Some more coins. The more the merrier, bring it on. Adding. I just want these 2 to clash. You don't know where this is falling from, eh? So I have tried to create this fall here, rolling down. A fall from this side as well as needed. Okay. The colors are ultimately inappropriate here, I can see, but I'm just not bothering now. It's a little too much to worry about. I'm just going ahead and filling in this. Then let's take yellow ochre and try to make those pink things slightly better if we can, otherwise we leave it for the next layer. The worst case, it looks like flower petals falling down, if people cannot believe that it is gold coins falling down. But hey, we have the next layer coming up, so we can manage fine. Yes, yeah, we have survived it. Okay, so I'm not going to do the darker shades yet because I think we need to work on this in the upcoming layer, and then we'll fix things slightly better, hopefully. Yeah, cool. I guess she is now done as regards this layer is concerned. You see, oh wow, yeah, she looks cool and she looks ready. And one more thing that I do before we make a stop in layer 4 is that I give my left hand thumb impression as layer 1 of my signature, and that's just my style. I am using crimson. Why not? Too much of crimson. And I take this, I'll show you where I do this. And I take the canvas, the left hand bottom corner, where I will start with my name, G, letter G. That's exactly where I'm going to press hard and make sure that my thumb impression settles in. When it dries, then I will do the layer 2, which will be GOMADHI going right across. So that's exactly the plan, and that's how she is looking right now. Let me bring her down a bit so you could see her one more time. Cool. She looks cool. I think she looks ready and she looks vibrant. Yeah, the colors are vibrant. I want to let it sit and see if I need to tone down or tone it up or whatever in the upcoming layer 5. Until such time, yes, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated, stay curious. Let's meet up in the next session. Take a break between this session, that session, so that you can also relish what you have completed and just reflect on it and see possibilities of improvement as well. Yes, let's meet up in the next session. Bye bye.